Brianne. Hey, Brianne, what's up?
Hey, Dr. Delony. Nothing much. I'm just here talking to you, I guess.
Me too, except I'm talking to you. I'm kind of a poet and I didn't even know it. What's up?
So I'm just calling because I want to know if my boundaries are fair or if they are preventing my kid's dad from being the father that he wants to be.
All right, let him rip.
So a couple months ago, I got custody and full decision-making of my now 9-month-old daughter, and my ex appropriately got supervised visits at an institute a couple days a week.
Why supervised at an institute? Is he not a very nice person?
To summarize, yes. There was some, I want to say mild, I'm too proud to admit this normally, but I want to say like mild domestic violence and some substance abuse in our relationship, especially pregnancy and postpartum.
Brianne, what is mild physical abuse?
I guess I would overpowering, blocking an exit, yanking keys from my hand or out of the ignition of my car while it's running, and throwing things and yelling. And he didn't technically cross like any lines where you would be like, he hit me or he hurt me. But I mean, he's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, and he knows how to like calmly but inappropriately like physically overpower someone. And, just kind of like up, I'd say up to where you would think that what would be next would not be good.
Will you do me a favor? Just friend to friend. Will you never apologize for being scared again? Ever, ever, ever. In a weird way, it feels like that's giving you some sort of power in this situation. It's not. It's taking reality from you, which takes power from you.
You're right.
Is that fair? Your greatest strength in this moment is the truth. I've rolled with blue belts before. In fact, the last time I got tapped out bad was by a guy who was probably 40 or 50 pounds less than me, who was a blue belt. No, he was bigger. He was a brown belt. He was tough. I know personally. Don't ever apologize for that again, okay?
Okay.
Because there were moments when you were pregnant and right after you had an infant, you were scared for your life, weren't you?
Yeah.
And you knew without a shadow of a doubt, if he set off, there was literally nothing you could do physically, right?
Yeah.
That's abuse. Okay?
Okay. I think I'm too proud to like, I wouldn't label myself as one of those like stereotypical patriarchy, like, or sorry, I just swore, but
You're fine.
strong women, but I'm used to kind of, I want to be in control of myself in situations, and I want to make sure, I like being in situations where I know I've got me because I've been able to trust very many people in my life.
And you've also learned...
Daddy issues galore.
Yeah, and a lot of that textbook insight and a lot of the podcasting and 21st century, like, yeah, all that is well and good. But when you get run up against a male who has the training and the strength to hurt you, all that goes out the window real fast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also spent most of my pregnancy because I didn't have a car most of actually no, that was after our kid was born, but I didn't have a whole lot to do and it was cold outside. So I spent a lot of time actually in there watching. So I knew it was great.
Yeah. All right. So how can I help right now? Your husband gets very limited, supervised by a professional. visitation with his child on a limited basis. Go ahead.
Also another like plot twist is we were never technically married. We were never married.
That's fine.
So the substance abuse, that was one, but also so he has these supervised visits. The commissioner ruled on it and everything. And when he wants, and he's been threatening legal battle, more legal battle if I don't comply. He wants to see her on his own. He wants to see her, or he wants to start off by seeing her with me.
The answer is no. The commissioner ruled, period.
Yeah, exactly.
If he wants to take you to court, he can take you to court.
But with these things that he's threatening, it makes me afraid that he's going to somehow get, like, he has this, and this is funny, he has this recording that he got right as he was about to walk out the door into another girl's bed. She knew I wasn't going to want to happen. So only he would do this, but he presses record and puts it in his pocket and records me saying pretty much everything he wants to hear. There were moments where I was pushed into fight or flight mode during some of these altercations.
What did you say, Brian?
Were with him. I pretty much, because there were like.
What did you say, Brian? What did you say?
I admitted to slapping him a couple times.
Okay.
I went on and on. I don't even remember all this. This is just kind of what he's telling me.
Okay, two things. Number one, have you heard this recording?
No.
Okay, I don't believe it.
I know he has it.
I don't believe it exists. That's number one. Number two, if you're worried about getting choked out and killed, which is language used in jiu-jitsu gyms, and you slap somebody, I'm going to call that fair play. It's called self-defense.
I think that's what I would call it too.
So listen, stop. Just stop. Okay? If he wants to take you to court, you can go to court. The commissioner's already ruled. A new court would have to overrule a previous ruling with new evidence. And if there was already been proven to the point that he has to have supervised visitation in an institute, and you, a smaller person, try to defend yourself. You see what I'm saying? Like it's you conjuring up stories to try to keep you safe in these imaginary worlds, and it just spins and goes and goes. And suddenly you're not dealing in reality anymore. Okay?
Yeah.
Here's the best thing for you to do. Exactly what the court has told you to do. Until you find out that that is no longer safe. And then you get an attorney and you go make sure your child is safe. That is your number one priority. Safety of your child, safety of you.
Oh, yeah. Well, and part of what I experienced triggered this, like, primal need to protect her
No.
from all this stuff.
It's whether you experience something as a kid or not. Don't bring that stuff back.
Well, with him, I mean, the stuff I experienced with him.
Okay. Do you think he's going to hurt this baby?
I don't think he would intentionally.
Okay.
I think that's also where part of his substance abuse comes into play.
That's right. Because some of the most extraordinary, calm, gentle people I've ever met were in a jiu-jitsu gym.
Yeah.
But you throw substance abuse in there, and who cares about the training? That goes out the window. That just becomes a weapon at that point, right? All that to say is this. Your boundaries are about safety and about what you need to be whole and well, and then get on down the road. And if you get calls and threats, then I want you to do the right thing and call the authorities. If you get calls and threats and texts and things like that, then let the commissioner know or let your attorney know. And living in this constant state of, well, this might happen. I said this thing and I admitted to this thing on some imaginary recording. Maybe that recording is real. Okay. You're not going to blackmail me into violating what this judge has already said. If you want to change what the judge says, take me to court and we will go do that again. And we'll keep going. This person's going to be in your life forever because you all share a child together. If this person's not safe, it's best to call it out now. If this person's using drugs on your kid, the person's not safe, et cetera, and on and on and on and on and on. Let's exhale. Let's exhale. And let's start living in reality. Let's do the next right thing for your safety of your child, safety of you. And if dad stops using drugs and dad goes to a treatment program and dad starts making some strides, then we all go back to court and we make peace with this relationship moving forward. And that'd be ideal for the baby. It'd be ideal for everybody. But he's got some decisions he's got to make. And threatening and blah, that's not the way to do it. It's not the way to do it. Thanks for the call, Brianne.